Thank you, Anju. Now that we've covered the network and host-based security layers, let's look at how we secure the application layer itself, starting with our choice of CMS. We selected WordPress as our content management system. While platforms like Drupal offer strong security, they are often too complex for average users. Now, WordPress is the industry standard. It is incredibly popular and flexible, but as we know, that popularity makes it a major target as well, which is why our goal was to prove that with proper systematic hardening, it can be a highly secure corporate platform. We started our hardening at the core level. One of our first moves was blocking XML RPC through the .htxs file. Now, this is a critical step because XML RPC is a common vector for DDoS amplification and brute force attacks. We also locked down the wp-config.php file, which is the most sensitive file in the installation, by setting its permission to 400. This makes it strictly read-only for the owner and prevents any unauthorized tampering with our database credentials. To contend potential breaches further, we disable the ability to edit theme and plugin files directly from the WordPress dashboard. This ensures that even if an attacker gains entry, they cannot easily inject malicious code into our site files. Most importantly, we perform credential hardening. Now, if you look at our users list on the screen, the default admin username is completely gone. By using a custom identity, we immediately neutralize automated dictionary script that rely on standard usernames. To provide our last line of defense, we deployed 3 key security plugins. WordFence acts as our endpoint web application firewall, scanning for malware in real time. We also mandated two-factor authentication, which effectively kills the threat of compromised password. Finally, we added limit login attempts to proactively log out malicious IPs at the application level before they can even try to guess a second factor. Now, building this wasn't certainly easy. One of our biggest challenges was OSSE compilation. Because no pre-built Ubuntu packages existed for our version, we had to install the dependencies and use expect scripts to automate the installation. We also dealt with AWS dynamic IPs, which usually break site URLs after a reboot. We solved this by programming dynamic definitions into the PHP config file so the site always knows its current address. Lastly, we tuned mod security to resolve false positives that were blocking our own admin actions, and switched MySQL to native password authentication to allow our deployment scripts to run properly. With our application fully hardened and our challenges solved, I'm going to pass it to John, who's going to take us through a live demo to show exactly how these layers work in real-world scenario.